Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll be doing a review of my favorite abdominal training device, the Nanu Ab Roller Wheel. So stay tuned. Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here, and today I'm doing a review on the Nanu brand Ab Roller Wheel. You can get this on Amazon for about $11, so it's relatively inexpensive. Obviously, the Ab Roller Wheel is one of the great devices that a lot of boxers use for their abdominal and their core training. Now, the reason I really like this one is currently my favorite is for several reasons. If you're used to using a standard ab wheel, you know that the more inexpensive ones that you typically find like at your sporting goods, department stores, usually have one wheel that has that little black tread on it. It has a little tread, has the handles on it, and then you can roll. Those work great for hard surfaces like your gym floor or even your garage floor, any kind of hard surface. But once you start using them on like carpet or anything that has any kind of padding to it, to where you push on it and it kind of can compress, those ab roller wheels are pretty crappy in my opinion. Like you kind of go out and it's super slow, and you kind of pull back and it ends up grabbing because it sinks into the floor or into the carpet. So it becomes more of a hassle, and you don't feel like you're getting the workout that you want because the roller is not moving as smooth as you like it to. So I decided to go with this brand, and the reason I actually went with this is that the gym that I do a lot of my calisthenics, a lot of my strength training at Mountainside Fitness here in Arizona, they actually had this exact wheel in their TRX like training area where they have the TRX bands and all of their calisthenic stuff. And I started using it, and I was blown away at how smooth this roller worked. And I was really impressed by the quality of this. So I did some research myself, and I found this on Amazon for 11 bucks. So just kind of give you guys the breakdown of it. It's a much wider wheel, you can see here, compared to my body. I'll just give you guys kind of a reference. And you have this wider wheel that has the Pro, says Pro Perfect Rebound Belly Wheel on there. And then you have this rubber tread on the outside, almost like a tire, that grips onto the surface, as well as rubberized handles. The interior of it is made of plastic, and there's also a spring on the inside. So when you roll it, you can see that it has a little bit of extra help to give you on your way back, which is not bad because it's not enough to where it actually pushes you all the way back. It just kind of gives you a little bit of a spring assist, especially for those of you that are just starting off using this and may not have as strong as a core, and you might need a little bit of that extra help. So you do have that spring resistance. But for those of you that are more advanced, that do have a strong core, have been using the ab roller wheel, I still find that this works great, even though it does have that spring assist mechanism. So you have these rubberized grip handles that are really nice, sturdy quality with the end cap, and they actually unscrew as well. So you can see here that you can unscrew the handle. So if you need to bring this with you in your luggage, if you want to travel, you can remove the handles, and that way you can kind of pack it in to your luggage if you need to take it. So it's a little bit more on the portable side. So that's pretty much there is to it. I've had this for several months now. I haven't had any issues with the durability. It hasn't broken on me. It's held up really well. One thing I will mention about the spring is if you go too far with it, it's like those toys, those old race car toys that you would kind of go back and you let go and they go forward. But if you keep going back and you hear that clicking sound, eventually it'll break that mechanism on the inside. It's kind of the same concept with this. The last thing you want to do is break that spring. So you don't want to go all the way back and where you feel like, or all the way forward and then you feel like that spring is about to snap. So just make sure that you're using it properly, and you won't have any issues with the actual construction or the durability of this. So let me show you guys how this thing works and give you guys my final take on it. All right, so I have this ab roller ready to go. Just to show you guys, it does go in one direction. You have the arrow on here which points forward, so you want to make sure you go in that direction. And like any ab roller type exercise, you want to make sure that you're not going too far back when you come back up. You want to make sure that you keep your core nice and tight, and your back, you shouldn't be slouched down. So when you're doing an ab wheel, one of the biggest mistakes is people will arch their back downwards, and that's taking a lot of the tension off your core and putting it more into your hip flexors and into your legs rather than into your core. So it's important that you bring your abs up in your core, keep it nice and tight, kind of arch your back, and when you roll out, you'll notice that it's much harder to do it rather than to have it like that, and then you use your legs and your hips to bring yourself back. So when you're doing it, make sure that you have the correct form. If you notice that you're doing it the correct way, you also find that it's a lot harder to do the ab roller wheel with the correct form. If you're doing it with crappy form and your back is arched downwards and you're not using your core, you'll notice that you'll be able to do more repetitions, but you're not getting the kind of burn that you need to. So you're kind of wasting your time. So like anything else, make sure you do the correct fundamentals, the correct form before you do it. That way you get the maximum benefit out of the exercise. Otherwise, why are you doing it in the first place? So again, so when you're doing this, I usually start out with my knees down. Obviously my toes are touching the ground, and your arms need to be locked out straight. You don't want to bend your arms like that. You want to make sure your arms are straight, your core is tucked in nicely, and then from there you can extend out. You can actually feel the spring load as it goes all the way out, and then kind of come back to your starting position. What I don't like to do is come all the way back to where you're almost like your butt is touching the back of your heels. You want to come up to about right here when you stop and go back out. And what that's doing is it's keeping tension on your core. So you can feel that assist. You know that you can also go different directions. Go straight, go to the side, go to the front. Let me give you guys kind of a side angle too. Go out. It works great. That rubber tread on here works as like a nice grip on the floor. And again, using it on carpet is great as well. You don't have any issues. You know, some of the cheaper roller wheels, like I was mentioning earlier, when you're using it on carpet, it feels like tough sledding, right? It feels like you're kind of like, you're going out, and when you try to come back with it, it's just gripping into the floor, and it makes it much, I wouldn't say it's a harder workout, it just makes it more of a pain to get that smooth rolling feel. And with this one, I've been using it for months now, and haven't had any issues with it. So it's nice and convenient because you can, you know, if your bedroom has carpeted floor, I know a lot of us have carpet in our bedroom, and you want to bust out some of this ab exercise, you know, when you wake up in the morning or before you go to bed at night, you can do it. You don't have to worry about going to your kitchen and doing it because, you know, you have to use it on the kitchen floor. So the fact that you have that versatility with this wider wheel and that grip, that rubberized grip is really nice, that rubberized tread. But no issues as far as the construction goes. You can see there, it rolls nice and smooth. So yeah, I mean, I love this thing, man. For the price of $11, honestly, it can't be beat. I'm always working out